Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ABWN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a few weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 3 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And in this situation, makes mapping out a very interesting setup, pretty straightforward. Now, this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while, but if you have, then you know that stocks that get beat up in a hurry, they can create some very nice bounces. Now, where these bounces occur, no one really knows, but there are certain things that, can kind of make you go, maybe a bounce is getting ready. And this is a situation where it makes you go, maybe a bounce is getting ready. Why is that the case? Well, let's do a quick kind of trip down memory lane here and notice just how much they're selling here. I mean, the price essentially went almost straight down over quite a bit of time. So, I mean, take notice of how long that line is. And then on Friday, last week, that was a pretty long line too. Now, not nearly as long as that one though. And then you look at this morning. Okay, yeah, that was kind of a big move, but not nearly as long as, from Friday, and definitely not nearly as long as from back there of last week. So which this implies that maybe the selling pressure is finally leveling off. So you keep that in mind as kind of, point number one. And then you look down here at the volume, and yeah, today there is a whole ton of volume. Yet with all that volume, the price essentially just went sideways the entire day, which implies that maybe there's enough buyers now coming in to absorb all this volume. Now, don't get me wrong, and I really wish trading was this easy. Just because there wasn't as much selling pressure this morning because that, line was smaller as I talked about, and because there's volume and the price just happens to be going sideways, that does not guarantee that this is a bottom. Now, would it be shocking to see the price start to bounce? No, that would not be shocking, but myself nor anyone else can sit here and say that for sure that is going to happen because for sure's mean guarantees, and there is no such thing as a guarantee in the market. But yeah, it at least makes logical sense right now to question and say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is the bottom. Case in point, when the price was doing that, or doing that, it made no sense to say, I wonder if that's the bottom. Or when the price was doing that, I wonder if that's the bottom. Obviously, that made no sense. But now with the price going sideways, compounded with the other things I've talked about, it at least makes logical sense to bring up the question. Is it the bottom? Who knows? But, it's not like it's some sort of, randomness that doesn't really make any sense when you stop and think about it. So on that note, key level of support going into tomorrow, right there around the 2-cent mark. And, the key levels to watch on any sort of bounce going to be right up around 3 cents. That'll kind of be that first hurdle. But yeah, interesting setup. Maybe the selling pressure has finally subdued, but without doubt, these are definitely the scenarios and setups where if you're not good at honoring, risk, if you're not good at stop losses and all, well, I mean, you really shouldn't even be trading in that, but that's a whole nother discussion. Point being, you better be very risk conscientious with, setups like this. You better be willing to take a loss. You better be willing to honor stop loss because the risk versus reward is definitely there. But, there's, like I said, no such thing as a guarantee, but let's see if this is some sort of bottom or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey, Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.